Hi, my name is Caitlynrose Clark, and today I'm going to ask you to accept the proposition I'm going to give you. All that I ask is that you do it with open ears, minds, and hearts. And if this message lands in your heart the way I intend, you might leave here today feeling better about the person you are, and better yet, the person you can become. I'd like to share a bit about my struggles, which will help you understand how I got here. My freshman year, I struggled with depression. And I mean struggled. I also self-harmed. Depression took full control of my life and beat the hell out of me. I pushed everyone that loved me away, especially my family. There was a point when I didn't know if I wanted to go any further. I felt suffocated by all of the pain and self-hatred I was experiencing at the time. It felt as if it were impossible for me to achieve happiness down here on earth. In Thanksgiving 2011, I attempted suicide, and the next day, landed myself a spot at Shoal Creek Mental Hospital. Nothing about any of this is pretty, but it's something I've had to accept and live with for the rest of my life. The story of my depression doesn't end happily until almost a year later in autumn of 2012, but I'm going to spare you the rest of the graphic details. Why am I telling you this? Because now I know that this experience was a gift. I learned the most beautiful lesson from my ugliest self. My depression has been the most selfish and unkind part of me. The only thing I could think of that entire time was how much my life sucked, how unfair it was for me to have to be going through this. When was my life going to get any better? I had absolutely no concern of the impact I was making on everyone around me. Believe me, it was a big one, and it hurt everyone I loved so badly. I had to find a way out of this hole I had dug so deep for myself. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized I had a choice. I could choose to keep myself in the bottom of that hole, living as a wrecking ball, continuing to destroy the relationships that I so deeply treasured. Or I could start actively working towards climbing out of it. For the first time in months, I chose the less selfish option, and slowly but surely, I started to climb. I stopped blaming others for the problems I had created for myself, and I threw myself into the things I was passionate about. I demanded myself to change. And with time, effort, and a hell of a lot of determination, I started to heal. And eventually, around November of 2012, I finally felt like I was out of the hole. I had rebuilt the relationships I previously stepped on. I no longer held anyone accountable for my problems other than myself. And I was extremely invested in the things that I loved. But I still felt like I could do more. I didn't just want to be out of the hole. I wanted to be on top of the mountain. Cheering it forward took me there. One of my biggest passions has always been cheerleading. The essence of cheerleading is happiness and encouragement. There is nothing negative about cheerleading. A cheerleader's job is to encourage and cheer on others, I mean, how amazing is it that there's a sport entirely devoted to spreading kindness and encouragement. Last year, I was cheering at a Westlake football game. And there I was, down on the track, in front of thousands of people, doing what I loved. And a boy in the stands yelled out, "Hey, Caitlyn, show me your wrists." It was one of the most hurtful and heartbreaking things anybody has ever said to me. Like a knife to the chest, with just a few words, he destroyed me. It was in that moment I realized how much power words have. I decided that I was going to use that power to heal instead of hurt. That's how I was going to reach the top of the mountain. And as I thought more about the power of words, I started thinking about the power of the compliment. A compliment is a gift from one person to another, intended on making that person feel better inside. Compliments are happy, loving, thoughtful, but more than anything, they're healing. So through the power of the compliment, I developed a system and a lifestyle that is now called Cheer It Forward. Give at least 3 quality compliments a day. That is what Cheer It Forward is about. Choose kindness. It's contagious, and the difference one can make with simple kindness never ceases to amaze me. Choose compassion. Put yourself in someone else's shoes. You never know what someone could be going through, and your compassion could be what they need the most. Choose connections. Connect with everybody you encounter. Smile and say hello. Make people feel seen. That small and simple gesture could save someone's life. And finally, choose compliments. Either big or small, compliments heal, and they always make people feel better inside. Compliment the girl you teased in high school. Compliment the waitress that gave you terrible service. Compliment the bully that made you feel like you weren't worth it. No matter who they are, they deserve compliments, and you do too. So don't forget to compliment yourself. Through the power of the compliment, you can make this world a kinder place. So make the conscious choice to cheer it forward every day. Choose kindness, choose compassion, choose connections, choose compliments. And if you do that and fill yours and others' lives with kindness, compassion, connections, and compliments, I promise that you will walk away from every conversation feeling better than you did before. You will not only make others happier, you'll make yourself happier. Cheering it forward changed my life, and it can change yours too.